In part 7 of our Intranet Contributors series, I want to take a look at list settings. Now, in the previous video, we looked at library settings, and there's a reason why I've split the two of them up. Even though most of it's very, very similar, there's actually something on the list side that works a little bit different that I'd like to show you. So the list that I'm going to use as an example is my FAQ list that I've built. And as I mentioned before, I can actually go to my list settings straight from my site contents page by clicking on the ellipsis and then going to FAQs settings. And this is where I'll see my list name, description, and navigation. I'll just check that again and just show you again. So there I can change what is the purpose, who's the owner of this, change the name of it as well after I've created it. Version settings, same story. So this is where you can switch on whether you want versions on it or not. So create a version. I think I'll actually leave that as on. And because of course, the intranet, I definitely want to track a little bit more than I would some of my normal libraries or things. So I would just easily say that I want to keep 100 versions or something. And then also you can switch on content approval or not, of course. So definitely switching on the versioning settings there. Let's take a look under advanced settings. So under advanced settings, again, there's my management of content types. This is the little bit of a gem that you have in lists that doesn't exist in libraries. Now, you'll see here that lists have item level permissions, which means that I can set up this list to only display items to the people who created them. I think that's pretty amazing. So think leave application system. You don't want people to see other people's leaves apps they've put in. So there I can actually set it to say, no, only read items that were created by the user and only create items and edit items that were created by the user. That means a user will only see their own items. This, of course, is for normal people with contribution access. Anyone with full control or people with designer rights, a couple of those funny permissions, will be able to see all. So make sure that if you do this for a department, you'll have to set up other permissions for the people that should see all the items. And then a new folder as well. Items to appear in list search results, downloaded, quick edit. Of course, this is where you can switch on quick edit as well or not. And then again, the classic or the new experience for the list or the library. And let's just take a look at the rest of these. Validation settings. Very, very cool thing that you can do is to set up validation settings, of course, on your list based on certain values that's completed in your columns. Audience targeting, form settings, delete this list. Scary. Make sure that you're deleting the correct list, and then permissions for the list. So I think the most important thing I wanted to share here with you is this specific thing under advanced settings, which is the item level permissions, which you won't see on the document library. So that's definitely quite a cool thing to actually switch on. And then the rest of the settings is kind of the same, and this is also where the columns are added for the specific apps that are built. But by the time that you start contributing or adding to your intranet, these will most probably be built already. So that's just a very, very quick one today on the list settings that you find for any of the list apps. And remember, difference about a list and a library is that a library always starts with a document, and a document can be added later. So if you're not forced to start uploading a document before you can do anything else, then it's most probably just a list. And examples of lists would be things like calendars, task lists, the FAQ that I've built, etc. And then, of course, you understand document libraries and gallery libraries where you upload photos and things. So quick one just on the list settings, and then we'll catch up soon in the next video. I just want to talk about those lookup lists that we've created to use as choice columns, or as lookup columns in our different apps. So we'll catch up soon.